I turned 99 years old yesterday. 99 years. I sat alone at my kitchen table with a small cup of black coffee, the steam rising slow in the morning air, and I thought about all the people who should have been there with me. Most of them are gone now. My husband, Harold, my sister, Ruth, friends whose names younger people have never heard. I have outlived almost everyone I ever loved, and that is not a gift. That is a sentence. I am not telling you this to make you feel sorry for me. I am telling you this because I am standing at the edge of something, and from here, I can see things that you cannot see yet. When you are young, the horizon looks endless. But when you get to where I am, you turn around, and you realize the horizon was always right behind you, and most people never look back until it is far too late. You are living a lie. I do not say that to hurt you. I say it because I spent most of my life living it too, and nobody was brave enough to tell me the truth. You believe that life is something that starts properly once a few things fall into place. Once the debt is paid, once the kids are grown, once the promotion comes, once things settle down. You have been telling yourself that story for years, and the terrifying part is that you believe it. You are treating your own life like a waiting room, sitting with your hands folded, looking at the clock, waiting to be called. But nobody is going to call you. The world keeps feeding you reasons to wait. It shows you people who look busy and important, and it tells you that is what success looks like. It sells you the idea that sacrifice now means reward later. And so you sacrifice. You sacrifice Sunday mornings. You sacrifice dinner with your children. You sacrifice the slow walk with someone you love just to sit under a sky that doesn't care how busy you are. You keep depositing into an account you are convinced you will withdraw from someday. I am here to tell you the bank closes. Every single time. The bank always closes. Let me tell you about Eleanor. It was 1972. Eleanor was 34 years old, and she had the kind of energy that made a room feel different when she walked in. I met her at a church gathering in the fall, and she had just taken a new job at an insurance firm downtown. She wore her dark hair pinned up, always in a hurry, always carrying a leather briefcase that she bought herself with her first real paycheck. She was proud of that briefcase. She showed it to me once, running her hand over the stitching like it was something sacred. Eleanor had a plan. She had written it out on a yellow notepad and kept it in the nightstand beside her bed. She was going to work hard for 15 years. She was going to build something real and solid. She had a daughter named Claire, 8 years old at the time, with gap-toothed smile and red sneakers. Eleanor told me once, stirring her coffee at my kitchen table, that when the time was right, when things were stable, she and Claire were going to travel. She wanted to take her to see the ocean. Claire had never seen the ocean. The years moved the way years do when you are not paying attention. 15 years became 20. Claire grew up and moved away. Eleanor got the promotion she had worked for. She had a corner office on the 14th floor with a window that looked out over the city. She had a good salary and a pension plan and colleagues who respected her. She had everything on the yellow notepad. But Claire was 30 years old by then, living her own busy life in another state, and Eleanor had never taken her to see the ocean. In 1997, Eleanor had a stroke. She was 59 years old. She did not die right away. She spent 4 months in a rehabilitation center, and I visited her every week. The corner office was already filled by someone else before she even left the hospital. One afternoon, I sat beside her bed, and she looked at me with the one eye that still moved the way she wanted it to, and she said something I have never forgotten. She said, "I kept thinking there was more time." She said it quietly, like a confession, like she was ashamed. Eleanor passed in February of 1998. She was 59 years old. Claire was at her side. They never saw the ocean together. The tragedy was not the stroke. The tragedy was every Tuesday evening Eleanor stayed late at the office when Claire called and got the answering machine. The tragedy was every summer vacation that got postponed. The tragedy was the yellow notepad that was full of plans and empty of memories. The leather briefcase meant nothing in the end. The corner office meant nothing. The pension plan meant nothing. What remained was a daughter who grew up watching her mother choose work, and a mother who left before she got to make it right. Now I look at you, and I see Eleanor everywhere. I see you checking your phone at dinner, telling yourself the message is important, that it cannot wait. I see you canceling plans with people you love and making new plans for a future that keeps getting pushed back. I see you working 60 hours a week building something that will replace you before your chair gets cold. I see you buying things you do not need to fill a home you are never inside. I see you postponing conversations you know you need to have, because the timing never feels right. I see you telling yourself you are doing this for the people you love, while the people you love sit quietly in the next room, learning to need you a little less each year. I see you running hard toward a finish line that moves every time you get close. You are Eleanor. I was Eleanor. Almost all of us have been Eleanor. Let me tell you something now. Everything you are collecting, it is all junk from the future. I moved into a small room 6 years ago when my body made the decision for me. I had a house once with a full attic and a garage and closets packed with things I kept because I might need them someday. My children hired a company to clear it out. 90% of what I owned went to strangers or to the landfill. Things I carried for decades. Things I moved 3 times across different houses. Gone in a weekend. Every object you are protecting right now will be handled by someone who does not know its story. That is the truth. Your career is not your legacy. It is a transaction. You trade hours for money, and those hours are gone the moment they leave your hands. The company will post your position online before your family has chosen your flowers. That is not cruelty. It is just the way it works, and no one warns you early enough. You spend your best decades constructing a building that has your name on nothing. You give it your mornings, your evenings, your weekends, your health, your presence, and when it is over, they will thank you at a lunch and hand you a card, signed by people who will forget your last name within a year. Nobody is watching you the way you think they are. You are the main character only inside your own head. The people you are trying to impress are too busy managing their own fears and performances to pay much attention to yours. The judgment you have been afraid of, the opinions you have bent yourself to accommodate, the version of yourself you built for other people to approve of, all of it will rot in the ground along with everyone who gave you that judgment. It is borrowed shame for borrowed opinions, and it has cost you years of your real life. There is no later. That is the cruelest thing I know to tell you, and it is the most important. There is no later. There is only right now, and what you choose to do with it. Every time you say, "I will do that when things calm down," you are making a bet against yourself with odds you do not understand. Things do not calm down. Life does not reach a moment of stillness where everything is resolved, and the real living can finally begin. That moment is a story you are telling yourself, and it has already stolen years from you that you are never getting back. But here is what stays. Here is what I know from 99 years of living and losing and learning to hold on to what actually matters. The only things that travel with you are the things you gave away. The love you offered without measuring it. The time you sat beside someone who needed company. The laugh you gave a child who needed to feel like the world was safe. The conversation you had with your aging parent before they could no longer hold a conversation. The walk you took with someone slow enough to see everything you had been running past. Those moments do not disappear. They are the only currency that survives. I remember Sunday mornings with Harold in 1961. We had almost nothing. A small apartment on the 3rd floor, a secondhand coffee pot, a window that let in more cold air than it kept out, but we would sit together with our cups, not talking much, just listening to the street below waking up. I did not know then that I was collecting something precious. I thought it was just an ordinary Sunday. 40 years later, those ordinary Sundays are the most valuable thing I own. I would give every promotion, every achievement, every object I ever bought to have one more of those ordinary Sundays back. Pausa. I remember the sound of my daughter's laugh when she was about 7, running through the backyard in summer, grass-stained knees, hair going everywhere. That laugh, I can still hear it exactly. It cost me nothing to carry it, and it is worth more than anything with a price tag. And I remember a moment in the fall of 1983 when I sat on the front steps in the evening, doing absolutely nothing, just watching the sky go from orange to dark, and I felt, for a moment, completely at peace. I did not earn that moment. I just let it happen. Those are the things that matter. Not what you achieved, what you allowed yourself to feel. So here is what I am asking you to do. Not tomorrow. Right now, today. Because I do not have the time to let you delay, and neither do you. Number 1. Put down the phone and be completely present with one person who needs you. Not for 5 minutes between tasks. Fully, entirely present. Look at them. Listen to them. Let whatever they are saying be the most important thing happening on Earth, because for them, it might be. Your emails will wait. The notifications will wait. The person in front of you is not guaranteed to be there when you look up next time. This is not a small adjustment. This is a fundamental redirection of what you are pointing your attention toward, and it may be the most powerful thing you do this week. Number 2. Say the thing you have been holding back. There is someone in your life right now who needs to hear something from you. An apology, a declaration of love, a thank you that is long overdue, a forgiveness that you have been withholding because your pride decided it should wait for the right moment. The right moment was 6 months ago. The right moment is right now. Eleanor never told Claire the things she needed to say, and Claire carried that silence for the rest of her life. You have the chance Eleanor did not take. Do not waste it the same way she did. Number 3. Do the one thing today that you keep saying you will do later. Not the whole dream. Not the entire plan. One piece of it. Call the friend you have not spoken to in 3 years. Book the trip you have been saying you will book since 2019. Write the first sentence of the thing you keep meaning to write. Plant the seed. The harvest can wait. The planting cannot. Every day you postpone the first step is a day the life you actually want moves one step further from where you are standing. The time is running out. I do not say that poetically. I say it because I can feel it, the way you can feel the temperature drop before the sun goes down. I have had 99 years, and I am here to tell you they went fast. The years in the middle, when you think you are in the thick of it with all the time ahead of you, those years move the fastest. You blink and your children are grown. You blink again and the people who knew you when you were young are mostly gone. You blink once more and you are sitting alone at a kitchen table on your birthday, trying to remember what the hurry was all for. Stop treating your life like a waiting room. Stop saving the good dishes for company that never comes. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for certainty. Because certainty never arrives and neither does the perfect time. The life you keep rescheduling is the only life you are going to get, and it is moving whether you are paying attention or not. You can hear it if you are quiet enough. It is that faint sound, just under everything else. That is the sound of your time leaving. Go be where you are needed. Go love the people who are waiting for you to look up from whatever is keeping you busy. Go do the thing that scares you just enough to mean something. Go have the conversation you have been putting off. Go be the version of yourself that doesn't need the timing to be perfect. I am tired now. I have said everything I needed to say. I hope you heard it. Go.